Raveena, welcome to India today. This is truly exciting. The last time we met was on the onset of Karma Calling. I remember how excited you were to tell me that you have to watch this, you have to call me, and you have to let me know what you thought. You have always been very particular about feedback, whether it's from friends, whether it's from critics, whether it's from loved ones. I want to take you back on that journey of feedback. From when back in the day, do you remember the first time you ever got feedbacks or ever reached out for a feedback?
Earlier in the days when one would have a release, you would always, wait for the reviews. And when you were new, especially, you didn't know people, you didn't know things. So all what you would read was what there was, in the newspaper or in a review. But now it's like, after so many years, you kind of know the proper film people who have a correct judgment about films, correct judgment about shows. Now we're talking about OTT shows. So it's great to reach out and to kind of get an honest feedback, because honestly my relationships with a lot of people within the industry, within the media, are pretty real relationships. So I don't kind of feed off people who are just praising you for the sake of praising you. I've had so many of my friends who said, "Oh, I don't think this was cool, or I don't think that was cool. You should have done this way, or you should have done that way," which I think is something, especially a lot of the senior journals or the senior reviewers, they honestly come up with what they think should have happened or should have not happened. And I take that feedback very positively, because I feel ultimately you have to go out there and give it your best. And when you get an honest feedback, you can work on your mistakes and you can try and do a better thing the next time around.
Absolutely. So tell me, who's your biggest critic back home? Because you clearly you come from a family where you put something out there, it will not go unnoticed. I mean, your husband is in the industry for so long, your kids are now grown up. How is mommy or the wifey role in terms of the work that you do? How do they perceive that?
See, luckily kids have grown up now. And luckily for me, the past 3 or 4 products that I've given out right now, with my kids having the sense to watch and to realize, and even their friends talking about it, luckily and thankfully that I've worked hard enough, and my efforts have been appreciated across the board, literally. And I mean, for example, even someone like you, and whether it is any of the reviews you pick up, or any of the critics, or any of the, even today I was reading a couple of them. They were really, really very, very kind to me, and they've really appreciated my work. So yes, right now at the moment I'm flying high, and I'm really loving the love that's coming through. But for sure, my children have watched this, and they're proud of me. There's that sense of pride that, listen, I mean, you're getting such rave reviews. It's amazing. But Anil and me think very, very business wise. And I get that
Yes.
exact, lowdown from him about what you guys should be doing, how you should be expecting, what you should be expecting out of it, and what will come and what will not come. And trust me, Anil is really brutally honest sometimes. There are times when I see him talking to other actors and other filmmakers, and, to give them a lowdown about their films, because everyone calls him, because he's in the thick of, as far as movies is
Yes.
concerned, not shows really. And sometimes I tell him, listen, you should, I mean, a little bit cool down. Sorry, cool down is not the right word, but you should kind of, give it to people slowly and not so brutally honestly, that okay, this is what is wrong and this is what shouldn't have happened. So sometimes, yeah, I do tell him that, but he's one of those who really say it how it is.
When I watched the trailer, I remember telling you that this is the masala that we need right now. There is this space to sort of watch an episode, then be on that cliff, then get into the next one, have your popcorn next to you, just binge watch it. And that's how I watched it. I binged it. I couldn't wait for the next episode to roll in. Uh, was that also sort of exciting for you to know that this is what the audience is going to sit through? Because Aranyak was a very different experience what you did in the past, right? Karma calling is exactly the opposite polar of that spectrum. Was that something again very exciting for you?
Absolutely. As you know, when you as we've spoken earlier as well, that you know that I do take on roles now which are completely different from what I have done previously, or probably you will see me have done before. So for me, it is really, really amazing and very heartwarming when people come up to me, like you just said, that I binge watched it. For a lot of people to come and tell me that, oh, we've just binge watched your show and we kept popcorn and we did this and we just sat and munched through and watched every episode, and it was like we're really waiting for season 2. So that is something that's really, really nice to hear when a show is being binge watched. I think it's something that we're getting audiences hooked on. And yes, for sure, there's a lot that we want to say and lot what we will reveal also in the coming seasons. Keeping our fingers crossed that this is a very pulpy kind of a show. It is different from what is being watched these days. There's a lot of crime, thriller, dark, noir kind of shows out there. But this is something that is something completely different that even I have done. I've never done something like this before, and something which is, like I said, people really want to binge watch.
Do you also feel that Indrani Kothari doesn't fall into a box? I mean, she's not white and she's not black and she's sometimes gray. You don't know what side she's on, whose side she's on until you watch all of it, right? Uh, that again must have been so much fun, right? To sort of create this character and sort of play around with her flavors and, the mood swings, because even your character's journey from the first episode onwards, where she's very refined and poised, then she breaks down, she's vulnerable, all emotions all across, a motherly emotion, at the same time very fiercely protective of a family. Did you also pick up something from your personal life which you could use in sort of building this woman up in the show?
Honestly, Indrani is nothing that I would be close to in real life. So it was really fun to play with her character. In fact, I was just telling someone, it's such a privilege to be in this industry, and through my characters and through my roles, get a chance to live so many lives in this one life. And I think I just completely enjoy bringing out different aspects of that are within me, probably, which I've never ever realized that is something that I can do. And but yes, as far as Indrani and me are concerned, we're poles apart.
That's good to know, and I'm glad that it is poles apart. I also,
Don't worry, you're safe. You're absolutely safe.
I was going through the reviews and I was looking at social media, and the one thing that sort of stood out for me was the fact that everybody has taken to your performance. People have said that we wanted more. In a day and age where we are so quick to nitpick, we are so quick to look at the faults and not look at the positives. It must be so heartwarming, and it's always a nice feeling, right, to see this across the board.
Yes, absolutely. But as an actor, honestly, all actors are pretty selfish to a certain extent. They are greedy for good work. They're greedy to get great performance out of themselves, and to see their work and focus on their work, and so we are selfish for that love. We are selfish for that appreciation. But as far as I am concerned, I do have that need that, okay, the hard work that I'm putting in, we have to kind of see where we are taking it and whether it'll be appreciated, loved or not. So in that thing, it is somewhat gratifying and satisfying when something like this comes. But on the whole, to be very honest, a show or a film is actually teamwork. So when your entire team is praised or appreciated, it is very heartwarming to know that we have kind of gone ahead and we've kind of bulldozed ahead with entire teamwork, and that is something that I appreciate more. I'm very thankful for the love that I'm getting, but I am also grateful to a certain extent that somewhere as a teamwork also we are getting appreciated.
Absolutely. And tell me, as an actor, what is more gratifying when you see your show on number one on the charts? You see the ranking and you see Karma Calling right there at the top. You read the reviews, and those reviews obviously have some really nice things to say. As an actor, what has it been for you in terms of your career? The box office numbers really when you heard those numbers, you got that jolly music in your ears, or the reviews when you also did films that where you broke the barrier. You just didn't play the girl dancing around the trees. How has it been for you?
It's been a long but eventful journey, and to reach where I am today, I think I'm very thankful. Not only to you know just God and good luck and to hard work and perseverance and sincerity, but also very very thankful to my audiences that yes, I got the opportunity to play different roles in films or in on OTT platform now. But the best part is being accepted. The most important thing is to be accepted by the audiences. And I am loving the fact that whether they, accepted, and I got honored with a lot of awards as well last year for Aranyak. And they accepted me as Ramika Sen in KGF2. They accepted me as Manjari Bhabhi in Shul. They accepted me as Neeta in Aks. They accepted me as Roma in Mohra. They accepted me now as Indrani Kothari in Karma Calling. So for me, I'm really, really thankful and grateful to the audiences for the acceptance, because like I told someone, it's the love of the audiences that can make you, and probably the dislike of the audiences that can break you.
I just like how you name drop these characters. You took me on that journey. After every time you named a character at a movie, I'm like, that is such an exciting journey that you've had. I mean, it's
And don't
outstanding.
forget Raveena Tandon from London. Raveena from London.
Of course, that we can't forget ever. But I want to leave with this final word, which is Karma Calling is getting great praise. There is obviously the excitement for the next season is doubling up. It's a great ensemble. Like you said, it's a teamwork, it's a team effort. Everybody's put in the right amount. It's an exciting time to be a working actor. I mean, that's again a privilege and a gift to have, right? For anybody who perhaps says that chances and second chances come very rare, the industry is very ruthless. You have to have destiny, luck by your side. You've sort of proved a lot of people wrong. You've actually ticked a lot of boxes right. What's the mantra if somebody had to ask you?
Never say die. Never give up is something that I strongly believe in. If you're talented, you're hardworking, you're sincere to yourself and to your audiences and to your work, your time will come. It might take its time. There's a right time for everything, but it will definitely pay off one day. And I strongly believe in that.
I
I
think you're a
believe my
living
karma
testament.
has come calling.
See, that's when you manifest good things. When you have a show title called Karma Calling, जिसका
True,
कर्मा अच्छा नहीं उसका
absolutely.
कॉलिंग नहीं आया, जिसका अच्छा है उसको कॉलिंग आया. That is what the show says. But on that note, congratulations. I think we are going to have a quick chat soon on the next season because there is so much that the show has to offer. Your character has such an eclectic arc. I'm so excited for all the success that is coming your way, Raveena. You've always been
Thank you.
somebody who has kept us, you always satiated us and our hunger for good cinema and good roles. So keep doing that. Keep throwing these characters at us, and we will keep you on your toes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And you should, because like I said, I always love an honest feedback.
Yes, and we love you for that. Thank you for speaking to India today, and we'll catch up soon.